If I was a evil dictator like Xi Jinping, the General Secretary of the People's Republic of China, this is what I would do and blame it on the United States of America. Are you ready? Okay, so it's Monday the 22nd of August 2022, and as we have been covering, and lots of other news channels and YouTubers have been covering the droughts in China. The first picture you can see here is Chongqing, which is 660 kilometers upstream of the Three Gorges Dam. We can go to Wuhan, which is downstream of the Three Gorges, and you can see some container ships or small boats, cargo ships, can carry cargo. You can see the banks, which is incredibly low. We can go even further, closer to Shanghai, and this is a bridge in Jiangsu province. Jiangsu province is the province before Shanghai, called Jiangxi province. It's a little bit confusing, but you can see this is the drought situation in China along the Yangtze Basin. You can go to a feed like this, literally on Google. Is the Yangtze River drying up? And the quote says, rainfall in the Yangtze River Basin area also declined roughly by 45% compared to average in recent years, according to the data of Ministry of Water Resources. As many as 66 rivers across 34 counties in the southwestern region of Chongqing have dried up, according to state broadcaster CCTV. CCTV is controlled, monitored, and what is allowed out by the CPC, or the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, or the Communist Party of China, which way you want to call it. So these are facts coming out of China. Let's take a break. According to the Guardian newspaper in the United Kingdom, a record-breaking drought has caused some rivers in China, including parts of the Yangtze, to dry up, affecting hydropower, halting shipping, and forcing major companies to suspend operations. A nationwide drought alert was issued on Friday as a long-running severe heatwave in China, heavily populated southwest, was forced to continue well into September. The loss of water flow to China, extensive hydropower system has sparked a grave situation in Sichuan, which gets more than 80% of its energy from hydropower. On Sunday, yesterday, the provincial government declared it was the highest warning level of particularly severe, with the water flow to Sichuan hydropower reservoirs dropping by half. The demand of electricity, meanwhile, has increased by 25% this summer, local media reported. When we go to media, this also is controlled by Xi Jinping and the gang. Okay, so let's have a look at the levels of the Three Gorges Reservoir. At the top, Chongqing, it says 161.91. Please note this does come from the Ministry of Water Resources, and the Three Gorges Dam is down as well at 145.60. There's no inflow, but the outflow is 11,600. A couple of days ago, the Three Gorges Corporation and the Chinese government did announce they were going to release 500 million or 500 billion cubic meters of water to relieve the drought in the southern areas. This obviously hasn't been actually done. And here, I want to leave this picture on for a while, because we know that the Three Gorges Dam, and even the Chinese government said it shouldn't have been done. It hasn't produced electricity for 100 million people, like 10% of the population. It's got cracks, it's got leaks, it's got controversy, it's just a waste of money, it was corrupted, etc. So this is the actual ideal time, while the levels are dropping, to release the water from the reservoir to help the water situation, drought in the lower reaches or the middle to lower reaches of the dam. And when it's unable to do this, because it's not producing much electricity, it's sort of like just a big concrete slab doing absolutely nothing now, then they can dismantle it. And like I said at the beginning, if I was an evil dictator, I would say, oh my God, it was blown up by the Americans, or it was blown up by the country of Taiwan, when it wouldn't be. But this would actually save 400 million, possibly more, people's lives, because the Three Gorges Dam would not be China's Achilles heel anymore, and would give them the freedom to be actually a stronger country military. If the Three Gorges Dam did collapse because of flood, a lot of people's lives would be at stake. 1/3 of the China's engineering, growth, production, the army is all there at the plateau, the lower reaches, the middle and lower reaches of the Three Gorges Dam. So while it's low, they could have a controlled explosion, so to speak. Eventually, the shipping would return to more normal, because before the Three Gorges Dam, shipping did and was normal. Other dams like Yingshan would have to be taken away as well, and the Yangtze River can go back to Mother Nature. And you could say it is a blow for Taiwan and for the Western world that China doesn't have a big Achilles heel. But it would be an advantage for the 400 million people who live, who can breathe a sigh of relief. There will be floods, like most countries, during the monsoon season, so to speak, but there wouldn't be any more controversy about the most expensive dam in the world, the largest dam in the world, a piece of concrete separating billions of cubic meters of water that, with one little mistake, could devastate many people's lives, if you get my meaning. Whew, it's hot. I'm going to take a break. That's really what I got to say for today. It was sparked, this information, well, not information, theory, by one of my viewers, one of my subscribers possibly, who came up with the idea. And I'm sure if it did happen, but at the same time I know it won't happen. The thing is, this is what China does. They blamed COVID-19 on the world, when we all know, and the obvious reports come from Wuhan, period. Yeah? So they would pass the buck to someone else. It would be international news that it was going to be dismantled. And then what we mentioned before, if you want the power from the Yangtze, then you build 12 or 13 smaller dams, which are economically, environmentally friendly, and can produce, in fact, more electricity, and you can control the water a lot better, either side of the Three Gorges. And once again, we could see thousands of historical relics that used to be there. Some people can return to their villages that have been underwater for thousands of years. Not thousands of years now, it's like 40 years, for example, however long they have been flooded. And I'm sure the farmland and the landslides and earthquakes would sort of like decrease with the whole situation. It's food for thought. If you think I'm absolutely bonkers, then give me a thumbs up. If you think there's some kind of logic there, give me a thumbs up. My name is James. Thank you for your time, and enjoy the rest of your Monday. Enjoy the beginning of your week. Be safe, be well, be good. Bye-bye.